On this day, I would love for you to ask yourself, do I value the mix of abilities and talents that I have? Do you? Do you value that special mix of abilities and talents that only you have? Take a deep breath in and exhale. Keep breathing deeply, reminding yourself what an awesome opportunity it is to be alive and breathing. Did you realize that when you are not feeling at ease with the special mix of abilities and talents that could create stress and anxiety? Is it possible that some of the things that you are experiencing are because you are avoiding to acknowledge the importance of those abilities and talents? Is it possible that you are avoiding to acknowledge the awesomeness that you bring, the beauty that you bring? Take a deep breath in and exhale. And I am inviting you to declare, I liberate the thought there is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought there is a position that only I can feel. Which position is that? How will you know? Because if you are only thinking that you are your job, then you are valuing only those skills. However, you are more than your job. You are more than your body. You are more than just one area of your life. Vocational, physical, financial, familial, mental, spiritual, social. So, which questions do you often ask yourself? And do you realize that even those questions impact the authentic flavor that you bring to experiences? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I liberate the thought there is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought there is a position that only I can feel. Do you realize that through life you have read and listened different thoughts, different things? You have shared your time with different persons. Your preference may look very, very different than others. And the things that you go ready, that you prepare to knock out, could look very different than what others choose to knock out. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, remind yourself that you are here expanding your sphere of consciousness, expanding your sphere of awareness, expanding, raising your level of alertness. By doing that, we all become better together, because awareness allows us to define what's next. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, observe if you are thinking about the imperfection that you could perceive that you have. Or maybe others have said to you that you are a weirdo. And do you realize that what others could say you are a weirdo, others could appreciate it as a deep art, deep worry for fill the blank. So you express yourself in the way that you can see, feel, and trust is authentic to you. What do you feel is authentic to you? Do you realize that what puts you in awe, in amazement, could be very, very different than what to another person put it in awe, in amazement? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I liberate the thought there is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought that there is a position that only I can feel. If you wear a perfume, do you see yourself as an exquisite perfume? Full of flavor, full of color, full of fragrance, full of whatever it is that you care. If you are thinking in experiences that instead of allowing you to become stronger, faster, and higher, you perceive they happen just by a chance, I want you to look to those experiences again, because there is some learning that you can benefit from it. There is some gratitude that you haven't discovered. And when you haven't discovered gratitude for something, you can't appreciate its beauty. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I liberate the thought there is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought that there is a position that only I can feel. Which position would you love to feel? And is it possible that you are thinking too small? Is it possible that you are thinking that you can only aspire to fill the blank because you come from fill the blank, and people like you can't fill the blank? But the beauty of being alive. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, remind yourself that the beauty of being alive is that you can choose that instead of chance, you are going to live with intention. And you are going to make the most of each moment, the most of each experience, even those that you consider painful, even those that you haven't understand yet. It's okay. It is part of being alive. Do you believe that you can live an inspired life? Do you believe that by using your unique abilities, knowledge, talent, you can uncork extraordinary? Have it ever happened that others said how awesome you are and you try to argue with them? Or you think, well, that's because they don't know me well? Which is your position about when people give you praise? Who are you comparing yourself with? Take a deep breath in and exhale. Keep today's question with you in mind. Do I value the mix of abilities and talents that I have? Do you? Do you value the mix of abilities and talents that you have? Because do you realize that if you were when you were a child, if you were in a team of a sport that you don't practice anymore, if you were doing things with your family that you don't do anymore, if you were living in a place that you don't live in that place anymore, do you realize that in some way or form all that impacted you? It's like if they were different kind of products, and you could choose, combine all of them, and you can choose a healthy reset for mind and body. Staying fabulous implies acknowledging your experiences and see what can you learn from them and what can you be grateful for. Because is it possible there is something in your life that so far has been hidden even in plain sight, and you haven't acknowledged that yet? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I liberate the thought. There is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought that there is a position that only I can feel. If right now you are jobless, or if right now you are perceiving that there was this extraordinary opportunity that escaped far away from your hands, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, realize that with being alive, you have an advantage over all that today didn't wake up. And with that, you can reinvent yourself. You can choose to create the difference for your life and for the life that you care, those of you care of. When you value your unique talents and skills, those that people know and those that people don't, then you can uncook an extraordinary life. You can choose wisely when to do things your way and when to listen to others, because maybe, just maybe, they could have a greater idea than yours that you haven't considered, because is out of your sphere of consciousness. It's out of your sphere of awareness. And you are increasing, you are expanding and raising your level of awareness here. So next time that you interact with those that value different things than you, and that have other talents that look very different than yours, you can choose to open yourself to listen to what they could bring. Because what they could be bringing is exactly the knowledge that will allow you to become stronger, faster, and higher. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I liberate the thought. There is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought that there is a position that only I can feel. I liberate the thought that there is a position that only I can feel. Blessings.